Hey, this is Life with Shauna Renee, back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. This video is about Landlord from Hell, part 3, final, but then there's a review at the end, so we'll watch the last video. Let's watch the video.
Okay, I had to get home from work, but here's part 3 and the final part to this whole saga of reasons why my landlord is awful and the reasons why we have to take her to court. And believe it or not, everything I've just told you is not really the main reason why we're taking her to court, because there's one last kick in the face that she does. So I left off with the reviews of her diner. The 1-star reviews of her diner are all about her being a horrible person. So my partner and I left apartment number 1 at the end of April, and then moved to apartment number 2, which is where I'm at now, in May, the beginning of May. Moved in relatively quickly after the tenants that lived here moved out. We were desperate. I literally told her, you don't even have to clean it, like, please just give me the keys. Like, I have, again, all this in text, like, you can either let us go or give us the keys here, and then if you give us the keys here, please give it quickly, like, we need to just do this. We need to leave. So as soon as we left, that basement unit started harassing the rest of the building and putting threatening notes anywhere that they could, because the basement unit was there, and then the first floor was empty, and then the second floor had a couple, and this is a note they left for the couple. Obviously I had to block off some cuss words, but like they're just, what a weird insult. And that was the garage door, which is a separate building. Like, wrote that note just for the upstairs neighbors because they were the only ones that had access to it. So like they were specifically targeting them. And then our landlord graciously rented out our vacant apartment in a building number 1 again, even though she had just had 2 sets of tenants harassed out of that apartment. She rented it out again in July, and they started getting harassed immediately by the basement people. This is them writing like, stay in your lane, a Schmiede Schmile thing over here. Just, they're crazy. They also sprayed mustard on our door. Well, this is our new apartment like side, and that's the old apartment side, and they sprayed mustard on our door. So finally, at the end of August, they left on their own. The eviction process had happened, and instead of waiting to sheriffs like dragged them out, they left on their own. And we literally, everyone who had been affected by them, we sat on our porch, opened a bottle of champagne, and watched them move, and they were like fighting amongst each other, but it was like huge like victory. So then September through December was relatively calm with like the home life situation, but that is travel season, so we were traveling a lot, and my family is from Florida and Little Rock, and then his family, my fiance, his is also Florida, so there was quite a bit of time we were gone. But a little fun tidbit is they got evicted and of course couldn't find a place to stay because eviction, so they moved in with someone's grandparents. I don't know if it was the mom or the dad's grandparents, but they're still in this neighborhood. So in that time, Peter, my fiance's brother, came, and they were walking in the apartment, and apparently they drove by and like cussed them out as they were driving by. So the basement people are somewhere around here still, and know where we live, and know where my car is parked on the street, and like we still see them off there. So we're not free of them yet. And then in January, my family's house burns down, and my mom slips and falls and breaks her leg and needs surgery. I don't need to make this more dramatic than it already is. To fly down to Florida and deal with a lot of that, and like a lot of my like just stuff was gone, and like everything I left there. It was very chaotic. So then comes March. Oh, also Peter's brother and sister-in-law gave birth to twins in February. So it was just a big, busy stretch between eviction and now. And I bring that up to say we didn't notice one awful thing happening. So during this time that we have been at apartment number 2, we still have been sort of harassed by her. Like, she would text me about the back door being open, which the back door is a communal door we all use, but I was the only one that she was saying, like, I pay for the heat, which she doesn't. We pay $50 a month for heat, but she was threatening, like, you know, you don't pay for the heat, you're leaving that door open on purpose. And I was like, the door's broken, first off, and then everybody else in the building uses it as well, so don't harass me about it. And then the last little like tick that she did that I stopped replying was she asked why the back stairwell light was on, but the back stairwell is enclosed. There's only a small window, and we have a small black dog, so we keep the light on, and we're in Chicago, so it's winter, which means most of the time it's dark, so we keep that light on. And she was basically like, why is this light always on? So in March, my fiance and I started talking about finances and saving up for a house and a wedding and all that stuff. And when that talk happened, my fiance mentioned that he was really struggling with the electric bill, which was $350 to $400 a month. And I was like, I know we're talking about future stuff, but what did you just say? quick Google search and a quick text to my upstairs and downstairs neighbors. They don't pay more than $50, and she actually downstairs, they pay $50 just utilities flat to our landlord, and then upstairs they've never paid more than like $13, $20, $50 at most, and one of them is a flight attendant. Turns out when I texted the basement neighbor, she was like, actually the previous people that lived here, which was 3 girls, found out that their meter, there's only 2 meters on this entire building, their meter pays for 70 to 80% of this entire building, including the washer and dryer, storage, garage, back stairwell, and the entire basement unit. So for the 10 months that we have been here, we have been paying, it was set to auto pay, and like my fiance, through like everything I just listed, we just didn't fucking notice. We were just trying to survive. But yeah, we had an electrician come out, which we paid for, and do a statement. I'm going to show that here. Literally does the diagnostic that basically we pay for. Absolutely everything, basically. There's like probably 1 or 2 light bulbs and maybe like the front half of this apartment upstairs that we don't pay for. And that was it. Our trust snapped completely, and we couldn't do this anymore. We could not believe in her. She had literally also put rat poison in the backyard because the backyard's infested with rats. She didn't tell us, and we have a dog, and I came out one night, and there was a rat that had died right by the back door and died by poison because it had spit up bodily fluids all over it. And if you don't believe me, I'll happily go take a picture of the rat because it's still there. I just pushed it off to the side. So if anyone wants to do like a poison analysis, then that's fine. So she's like just an awful human being, and she treats us horrifically, and this was the last thing. So we texted her a list of demands, and the list of demands stated we want our money back for all the bills we paid, and there's no way to separate our amount from it because it's so much of the building. We want our laundry money back because we've been paying for the washer and dryer. It costs us in quarters $3.50 to do each load of laundry, and we're paying for the electricity of it. And there was a point in time when the building next door's washer and dryer broke, so the building next door was also using our washer and dryer. So we paid like $550 or something. We just averaged it out for each month to do our own laundry, basically, like to use our own washer and dryer in the entire building as well. So we asked for the bill money back, the coin money back, and the electrician cost, which was $150 to get him out, and then we also went about $1,000 to move because we can't. This lady's psychotic and she's ruined it. So I got in contact with the 3 girls that lived here before to see if they made her aware of the problem, and they did. They also made her aware of a gas leak that was never addressed in any form or fashion. They found out when their lease was already about to be up, so they just moved, but one of them is like ready to go. So that is why we're taking her to small claims court. It ends up not even being that much money. It ends up being like $4,000, which for her is like nothing for the amount she's been making. And the reality is we asked for a settlement first. We sent her that list and just said, if you just pay us this, we'll just like leave quietly and I won't pursue anything. And she completely ignored us. Twice. We texted twice to follow up and said plain and clear, if you ignore this and don't respond, we're going to take that as a no and pursue legal action. And she completely ignored us. But she did go and put motion sensor light bulbs in the back stairwell now. So instead of being on all of the time for our safety, it just sort of flashes on when you're already sort of like half falling down the stairs. So that's where we're at now. I've been wanting to tell you guys about this for so long, and this last thing just broke me, but we are pursuing this legally, but you just gotta know the hot goss, and let me know if I missed anything. I have so much more videos too, so I could share it all. Here's a montage of some arrests. Boop. 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 Wish me luck. Wish us luck. I just want to leave.
That's crazy. Let's watch the last part of the video.
Hey guys, I am the girl with the crazy landlord issues, and I just wanted to come on here and say, first off, thank you so much for the amount of support. Going through what we went through, what we're going through, it's felt so crazy that it didn't feel real. So talking out loud about it, even though we're still in the process of it, talking out loud has at least made it feel like I'm not crazy. And there's a lot of new people following me now, but I just wanted to point out, once this landlord drama ends, which it will end, I do book stuff. I don't know why that sounded so weird. I make books from old books. So if you like upcycling, like this is an old cookbook that I added sketchbook and journal paper in, and it still has some of the original recipes spliced in there. If you like that kind of stuff, you can, stay following along. If you want to make your own books, I also have that linked and stuff, but, The landlord drama is hopefully just a small part of my life. If you like book stuff though, this is the account for you. This is an example of stuff that I do. I take the old books and I do loose leaf binding and I add a pencil and pen holder in. So if you like this kind of stuff, keep following along. Because of the landlord drama, I have to move quickly. So I will be selling all of these books that I have as quickly as possible at a discounted price to make sure that when I do move, which is hopefully soon, I will not have boxes and boxes of books. So stay tuned if you want a hugely discounted journal or sketchbook made from an old classic book. But thank you guys so much, and I appreciate the support. It's been crazy, but you guys make me feel a little normal. So thank you.
Gotta do what you gotta do when it comes to landlords and tenants and get it. So happy that you were able to get out of it. But this is Life with Sean and Renee. If you have any comments, you know what to do. Comment below. Bye.